Hello guys, this is my video response on update on my internship. Um, we are coming down to the end, and I'm getting my hours in. Things have slowed down for the last couple of weeks because a lot of this, actually, the sports are over or have concluded at CSM, where the college where I'm working with the athletic director department. Um, they had the athletic banquet last week, and I was able to go in one day last week, even though I got a few hours in one day. Um, again, it's just kind of getting slow. And then um, the time frame has really become a factor because they are only there till 5 in the evening. I usually don't get off until close to 3, so I have to kind of work in getting the hours in by speaking with my administrator, working in days where I can just go get a comp day, or I'll just have to use my personal leave to go down to get the amount of hours I need to get in, or just leave a little early from work and try to get at least 3 hours in on certain days, and just make up those days for those hours. But again, it would get done. Just had to make some sacrifices for it. I probably will start going back to the rec center as well to make some hours to close out. To kind of speed this process up because I don't want to depend on this process that I'm doing now to work at CSM. It has definitely been great working there with them. I've been able to see a lot of things on the days I have been able to work those 8 hours there. Um, so I'm definitely thankful for that. And I know at the rec center again, uh, I've worked at parking planning, at the rec centers, for a lot of years. Um, been in positions for director, well, summer camps, but I've never been in position to lead a whole facility. So I've been able to sit back and watch how his day-to-day operation goes and things that come up, meeting with his staff and stuff like that. So that's been very good too to see how to operate a facility as well. They don't have specifically do with sports teams, but again, it is managing a facility, so that's been a good experience as well. So I will be starting to go back there and getting some more hours as well to close out my 100 hours. Last week I was able to, when I was at CSM, I was able to work on a media project. I know a couple uh, of you guys have asked about that, and again, that was a good experience because they had the athletic banquet and they were able to you know, update their web page, and then at the same time, whoever was covering their athletic banquet, the media person, they're going to put it in a local paper. You know, the banquet. They're doing an article on the banquet. They're going to talk about the players that receive certain awards. So they will have a full blown play page in a local paper, and I think it's going to be in the magazine too as well. Um, so the next time I go in, I think I'm going to look at they completed their budget for this year. So she told me I can get a chance to sit under that, and also we're going to the web page has to be revamped, but it has to be updated. So I'll get an opportunity to work on that too, which probably be next week. 'Cause this week has been a busy week. I'm trying to kind of finalize my research paper and do a couple other projects that I have. I have field day coming up in my school, so been trying to work on those things. So this week would be a good week for me to get down there because a lot of these things are carrying next week. So I'm going to try to finalize those before um, next week comes up. So that's probably been a negative thing, that the time frame that I have to get in there to try to get my hours. I have to work diligently to plan my schedule weeks in advance so I can get those hours in. My supervisor has been very flexible with me with that, so that's been great. And again, using my personal leave because at the end of the year I can't take it with me. I have to use it or lose it. So it has been able to work. So networking again, I have had the opportunity to talk to some people, about the next steps I can take. Like I talked to the aquatics director. Also, I've talked to the athletic director who's over, because I'm working with the assistant athletic director, and she's talked to me too about you know how the athletic director position goes, and the pros and cons with um, and things of that nature, and then um, during the rec time, I've talked to a number of coaches and things of that nature. I still um, wish that I reached out to my county. Um, the athletic department, because they have athletic directors in high school, because that was something I was looking into doing next year, possibly. I was still doing my PE position, being a PE teacher full time, but also working as an athletic director part time. So I kind of wish I could have talked to one of them to get the kind of ins and outs of how they work through that. Because like I said, in high school, our track coach, he was our AD for years, so he taught track, and he was also our athletic director. So I know the process can work, and just I wanted to make sure I got um, information on it. Again, like the pros and cons of what that work would entail with me teaching full time and then trying to be the athletic director as well. So definitely looking forward to close out. Um, you know, our internship is definitely been a challenge, but at the same time, I'm up for the challenge because again, when we stepped into this field, we know that this field is going to come with those challenges, and for us to rise up, we got to start from the bottom and build up again. I always talk about the foundation, and this is doing nothing but making my foundation stronger. So I definitely look forward to finish up my 100 hours, and looking forward to moving on to my next endeavor. So thank you guys for listening to my response, and good luck.